Seems to me, no matter what time or where, when, how I pick this camera up, it always seems that the weather has a different idea for pretty much how it's going to start, as always. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Benji's Logs and Whatnots 2.0. I am your host, Benji. I am back at it again after a hiatus of 3 to 5 months off YouTube. I couldn't exactly keep the camera down. We are back for another whirlwind of ventures and everything else in between. I do have a few ideas what we're going to get up to as per the usual. Going to keep it as basic as possible. Not going to go too extravagant, too elegantly, and everything else in between. Going to do the usual daily vlogs, or do videos over a couple of days and upload like we used to, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Not sure if we're going to do any of the other stuff that we used to do in the last channel. So there's obviously going to be a few different changes of appearance, as you guys may have noticed with said things. I have got my ears pierced now. Never used to in the last channel, but I've decided that I want to make, as you would say, a fashion statement. Not only that, the appearance of jumpers and everything else in between are going to be, as you would say, pretty plain, pretty basic, and everything else in between. There's also new additions to said things. As you guys know, I do have a couple of tattoos, especially OGs that are coming back to the channel. I do have, as you would say, a few more. As you guys can see, I have gotten these done over about 6 weeks, as it were. There are quite a few new tattoos. Also got Mjolnir over here and another one right there. So there is a few additions to said appearance. Not only that, there is a few changes in this room as well. As you guys can see right there, removing unnecessary clutter. Eventually this thing here will be going bye-bye as well. So gonna get rid of that. It's gonna make a bit of space right along here. It's gonna make things feel a lot better in this room. Now, you guys haven't really seen much of in here, but there is a few changes in here as well. I've got my altar there, herbal magic supplies there, and the rest of the stuff there. I used to have a whole heap of art supply up there, but I got rid of it. Got a nice bit of space up and along here as well. I used to have a guitar up there, but I got rid of that. Not only that, I've put a lot of clothing there. That's all plain black shirts, some shorts, all me other things that I'm not going to get into too much detail. And yes, I have gotten the PlayStation TV back out. But as of other technology, I used to have an iPhone 11 Pro, but now we've decided to downgrade, as it were. We now officially have a damn simple flip phone. That is all we use now. A simple little flip phone. I don't spend as much time on Instagram, Facebook. I don't use TikTok. Spend plenty of time on YouTube as per the usual. I do like to watch it, and as you guys have seen just a moment ago, PlayStation. I do play a lot of games still, as it were. That hasn't really changed. I kind of figured with the downgrade and all those things, I need some form of entertainment. And that's really all I do, is YouTube and PlayStation. So games and whatever else that comes to mind. I also don't stream on the mainstream streaming services. Stan, Netflix, Disney, all those, Foxtel. I don't do any of those anymore. So I'm going to be able to spend a little bit more time with you guys throughout the many more years of the YouTube journey that we're going to do. And I'm not going to do as much of this as well. But this video is a little different because it's obviously my first video back, so thought I'd give you guys some form of explanations and everything else in between. But as you all are aware of, my biggest issue is that darn weather out there. The wind and the rain are my two adversaries at this given time. It hasn't changed one bit since the last upload on the last channel, but it's not going to stop us from doing what we need to do. We are still working at the same place as we were 6 or so months ago. We are still going strong there, as it were. Still driving to and from lawn and everything else in between. Oh, and look, finally got rid of that unnecessary thing. If you're wondering where the dolls went, we've got them sitting just over there, sitting with young Maribel with our little smart speaker that we usually do Spotify on. I was just bloody thinking too, I'm trying to minimise the amount of stuff that we got in our room, trying to minimise the amount of electricity that we're using. I just realised I've got about 6 pieces of stuff in that room that is constantly running off electricity. PlayStation, TV, fridge, computer, and the smart speaker. I've got 5 things running off electricity. But mind you, I am minimising other stuff as well. You guys may have seen it just a moment ago. I am currently using a power bank. It's a 1000 watt Blue Eddy power bank that I use to charge the phone, to charge my tablets, mainly that one. I still do have that other phone, but it's having issues. But anyway, not going to talk about that. And the battery pack's out of the camera, so trying to transition to using more power banks. And yes, I know it kind of there's kind of a contradiction in that, because once that goes flat, I've got to charge it up, which in turn means that I have to use the main power mains to charge it up. There is an alternative in that. That does come with a solar panel, 120 watt solar panel, so we could always chuck it into the solar panel. But the problem with that is it's going to take a few days for it to fully friggin' charge. But that's alright. Guess I can't be too mad at this rainy weather. It has given us an opportunity to get this video recorded and everything else in between, to let everyone now know that I'm back in action. It is going to be like this for the next few days, so yeah, well, we'll see how things go in the next couple of days. And as you can see, Miss Becky is doing lovely as always. High alert as always. A bird did fly past just a moment ago, so she is on alert at the moment, which is, as you would say, fair for her size. On a little side note though, everything is, as you would say, steadily getting to the point on where we want it to be. As you know, I am trying to live more of a basic life, trying to minimise the amount of stuff that we use, and mind you, can't quite grasp not using the PlayStation or the TV or the little smart speaker. It is a work in progress. We are going to get there eventually. We are going to get there at some point. On a little side note though, I don't know if anyone's noticed when I pointed the camera in here just a moment ago, the size of that right there. Piece of selenite sitting right on me little altar right there. As you can see, it is a relatively big piece of selenite. As you can tell with the hand, it is a nice big piece of selenite right there. If anyone wonders on how big that is 5.7 kilos, which I'll put just here in pounds. It is a hunky-dory of a piece of selenite. That being said, we are going to sit back and relax for the rest of the day due to the fact that we can't do really anything outside, and we got Miss Becky on us. We'd usually bring her in about 2 o'clock, so it's currently, I think, about 3 o'clock, 3:30 at the moment. Yeah, it's 20 past 3 at the moment, so yeah. Not going to really do anything else for today except for have a look around this room and see what else we can, as you would say, remove, because there is a couple of other pieces I want to get rid of. That thing right there and that grey thing up there. That grey thing up there is for you to roll on, for your back, crack your back, and that one there is just a little mat that you can put on the floor to sleep on or do yoga on. Not going to really use those. I bought them thinking, yeah, I'll use it for camping or whatever, but haven't done a camping sesh for quite some time. And in saying that, we're going to put the camera down. We're going to enjoy the rest of the day, recharge the batteries for another onslaught for a week of work. Hasn't been that bad, but coming up to Christmas, it's going to be hectic, but that is alright. It is a part of the job. But anyways, I'm going to put the camera down. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, see you then.